Alright, Scamp. I'm gonna go to the car for a second, buddy. Put on my hair socks. Put on my boots. Run to the car so I can smoke and talk with y'all. And we'll take it from here. Salute, folks. It's your boy, the insurance junkie, your fiduciary fella, the all-star advisor Alonzo Hall, your social media insurance broker. And I've returned today to whap and tap on your head with another ADH wealth solution. So today we're actually going to be looking at an article from LINMRA, which is the Life Insurance Marketing and Research Association. But before I go in, make sure you hit that like, drop a comment, subscribe, and hit that notification bell so you're made aware every time I release new content. And as always, share, share, share. I'll be right back, y'all. I gotta pause this. Let me see how I can pause this. Well, I'll let it keep running while I keep it paused, I guess. Yeah, I'll let it run. I'll be right back. Need to get you some more food, cat. Give me a few minutes, y'all. I'm in the process of feeding my cat. I'll be right back. Now come. Alright, salute folks. It's your boy, the insurance junkie, your fiduciary fella, the all-star advisor Alonzo Hall, your social media insurance broker, and I'm returning today to weapon tap on your head with another ADH Walk solution. Make sure you hit that like, drop a comment, subscribe, and hit that notification bell so you're made aware every time I release new content. And as always, share, share, share. So I'm getting ready to run to the car so we can have blunts and books. But today's article is LIMRA, U.S. annuity sales post another record year in 2023. So if you guys didn't know, I've been the top annuity producer at my firm for the past 3 years in a row. I'm going to turn on this light so y'all can see my awards. Let me see. So as you can see here, we got, what is it? Top annuity producer for 2021, right? Top annuity producer for 2022. Top annuity producer for 2023. So when it comes to annuities, I do have a slight idea of what I'm talking about. Because I do deal with these products on a regular basis, right? So I want to read you again this article from LIMRA, which is the Life Insurance Marketing and Research Authority. So they cover a lot of the research and marketing that goes on, the behind the scenes and the numbers that goes on with life insurance and stuff. So it's kind of cool to see. So like I said, let me get to the car so I can have my vibe, my choke session with y'all, right? I got my smokables ready, and I'm going to take it to the car. I've also got water, because you got to stay hydrated, right? That's a very important thing these days, is to make sure that you stay hydrated, because folks be collapsing under the fact that they didn't get enough hydration. You know I got to have my shades. So here we go, y'all. Actually, I'm going to leave that light on for the cat. Let's go. Alright. So, again, like I said, one of the major things that when you're working with financial professionals, or, any professionals that require, that's kind of how we considered people like Kobe Bryant to be the greatest, right? Because he was obsessed with his craft, right? Everybody would tell you these stories about Kobe, how, oh man, we'd be trying to go to the club and he'd be there at 3 o'clock in the to Kobe, but that's why he's considered one of the greatest. Now, had Shaq, they'd probably consider him and Shaq better. They got stopped by Detroit, so, that's happened too. Bear with me, y'all. I forgot that I be walking out of my house and I don't turn off the Wi-Fi, so I do lose signal when I'm walking through the hallways in my building. But again, so you want to make sure that you work with professionals that kind of obsess over their craft, right? There's nothing wrong with that, right? It's just like, people who play basketball, right? Ball is life, is what you hear them say all the time, meaning that they're obsessed with playing basketball, right? And for them, ball is life, meaning, other stuff takes a back seat to them practicing their craft of basketball. Well, it should be the same thing for your financial services people, right? So if you're dealing with, Chris Stain or Stock Mo or Stock Up with Larry Jones and all these people, this is why, or Wall Street Trapper, this is why I always speak about them not having credentials, because they're not going to be aware to stay up to date with the most recent or important happenings in the industry, right? So they might not know you know, what rules, regulations, or laws have recently changed. So they'll just be stuck like Chuck in position, right? So this is why I always stress that when you're working with someone, you want to make sure that they are credentialed, right? For simple stuff like every 2 years the rule might change, and so something that a dude was taking advantage of in uh, 2012 might not apply in 2024, right? Because the rules have changed. And since 2012, they've actually changed 6 times because the rules change for most things every 2 years. Now, does that mean that they always change? No. It's just like the prime rate technically can change every Wednesday. Does it? No. But if it is to change, it changes on a Wednesday by 12 noon. This is things that the general public isn't aware of. So when you get, stock up with Mo and stocks with Larry Jones and stocks with this guy and invest with Joe and Joe Blow invests and Joe Smo invests, that's why you get the results that you get or the lack thereof. Now, am I saying that 100% of the time having a license means absolutely nothing in terms of your skills and abilities? Okay? So just because I'm not saying that because a person has a license in such a said thing that they're automatically better. What I'm saying is because a person has a license in said thing, you have the option or the opportunity or the availability to take recourse, right? Everybody wants to be able to get their pound of flesh, right? So if I tell you to invest in something specifically, and you do so, and you take a loss, and I told you up here, I just on here on social media said, hey, everybody invest in whatever, right? And then you all invested in, everybody invests in my white Coach wallet, right? And then everybody invests in my white Coach wallet, and the stock goes through the floor and is demolished. Well, you can actually hold me accountable for some of that, right? Because you took actual investment advice from a qualified professional whose job it is to tell you, hey, invest in this, invest in that. That's why you'll never see licensed people online talking about, hey, invest in this, invest in that. We just won't do it. Right? Give me 1 second. So, let's get to the article, folks. So it says here, LIMRA, U.S. annuity sales post another record year in 2023. So annuities are another form of a pension, right? So while most people are getting 401ks, and you hear a lot of insurance agents tell you, oh, well, a properly structured IUL will be a 401k. While that may be true, right? There's nothing wrong with a 401k. The reality of it is this. Pirelli tires are considered fancier tires, right? But I like OEM, original manufacturer parts, right? So when I went to go get my tires, I was going to pay extra for the Pirelli tires because they're high end. And I have a high end car. I have a mid-level car. High end would be an AMG. This is just a regular Mercedes. So I have a mid-level car, right? And in my mid-level car, it's cool that, I got certain stuff, but you pay more to get the AMG. But on that car, instead of getting the expensive Pirellis, they come with Continentals, which are a great tire as well. And ironically enough, they cost more than the Pirellis. But the Pirellis have a day. So let's see here. It says, strong economic conditions coupled with growing demand for protected investment growth, drive record sales for fixed annuity products. So again, I actually did a video earlier. I did a snippet earlier today talking about how Yahoo Finance is saying people should be considering fixed income because fixed income is guaranteed. So when you're on some form of social media and you follow some guy who's telling you how you're gonna make $1 million in 7 days if you just join my course, my trading course, and then invest in this little bit of crypto, within 5 days you'll get $5,000 back. Right? Instead of dealing with that bullshit, they're dealing with real stuff. So, here, Windsor, Connecticut, January 24th, 2024. For the second consecutive year, U.S. annuity sales set an all-time record high, according to preliminary results from LIMRA's U.S. Individual Annuity Sales Survey, representing 83% of the total U.S. annuity market. So an annuity is the reverse of a mortgage, payment till death. An annuity is literally like a pension. It's a payment till death. So an annuity is a defined benefit plan, meaning you put X amount of dollars in, we're promising you X amount of dollars or Y amount of dollars until the day you die. 401k is a defined contribution plan, meaning you put in X amount of dollars and we'll give you Eat with Big Rich. No doubt. Actually, I'm glad you said that. I'm going to put the article in the chat. Just give me a second. Like I said, I'm not your orthodox financial advisor. I curse, I smoke, I spit, I listen to gangster rap, right? But if me dropping an F-bomb is bothersome to you, be worried about the conditions you leave your family in. That's not for you, big girl. That's for people who watch my channel. Oh, you don't look like a financial advisor. Success, blah, blah, blah. What does success look like? That generally comes from unsuccessful people. They have a certain image in their head. Right? But annuities are a great product. Now, you have to be very careful when you're working with a financial professional about annuities. The average pouring into an annuity is $50,000. The average commission rate on annuities for agents is about 4%. So every $50,000 you put in, I, the agent, get paid $2,000. So this is also another reason why people will push you towards term insurance and investing the rest, because I get a substantial amount of money off of the investment of the rest. So yeah, big girl, let me put this Libra article. Hold on, how the hell do I do this? I gotta go to my YouTube for, oh no, you know what? Wait, can I comment in here? Live chat. I can't chat in here. Alright, give me a second. I gotta figure out how to do this. But I'm gonna put the I usually, when I read the articles to you guys, I do put them in the link in the chat so you can read along. Cause I ain't got shit to hide, right? I'll tell you the honest to goodness truth about this type of shit because, right? Like I said, I am unorthodox and people appreciate that. Alright? Let me go ahead and put this in the Ringo, what's going on? Let me put this in the chat for you guys. Give me a second here. So again, that's an article about annuities, right? And the thing, like I said, damn, it's hot as fuck in this car. Hold on, I gotta... Right? So, what we're looking at... Let me go back to the article. When you're looking at annuities, you're looking at a lifetime of income. But let's continue. So it says, powered by unprecedented fixed annuity sales, total annuity sales were $385 billion in 2023, 23% higher than the record set in 2022. It says economic conditions and growing demand for protected investment growth propelled fixed annuity sales to a remarkable 28.62 billion, a 36% jump from the record sales set in 2022, said Brian Hodgins, head of Limmer Research. To put this into perspective, prior to 2022, total annuity sales never reached this level, despite equity markets climbing more than 20% in 2023. Investors worried about a downturn. This sentiment, combined with strong interest rates, prompted investors to lock in crediting and payout rates offered in fixed annuity products. So now, I am not particularly a fan of fixed products, totally, right? But as a licensed advisor, I'm licensed to sell all of this shit, so whatever fits best for you is what you get, right? It's just like a chef. A chef may like to cook a chef's rare and may say this is the best way to eat steak. It is opinion. But when he's at the restaurant preparing the steak that's ordered by the patrons of the restaurant, he cooks the steak the way the client orders it. Listen, I want my steak well done, burnt, burnt, burnt. Oh, this is terrible. Why are you doing this? Well, guess what? I'm a chef. I know how to cook it, so I'm going to do it. He's not going to come out there and tell you, no, well done steaks are terrible. Don't listen to nobody about a well done steak. So, as a financial professional, I see all these guys, especially as an insurance agent, I see all these guys running around, oh, IUL, oh, whole life, oh, term life. Man, listen, no one product is best for anybody. That's just like cars, right? I'm a fan of Mercedes. My brother is a fan of BMW. Which one is better? If you ask me, Mercedes. If you ask my brother, BMW. But there's no huge difference, right? So, again, the annuity I prefer is an indexed product versus just a fixed product. But when you sit with the advisor or whatever advisor you sit with, that's actually a question you should ask them. So, of the products you offer, which is your favorite, right? Now, if you're talking to an advisor like me who's licensed in multiple states and multiple things, then you have to narrow that down. What you have to offer, blah, 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 or of the products that you have available for me as far as life insurance goes, what's your favorite product? Of the products you have available for me for, equity investments like mutual funds, what's your favorite product, right? You ask them those kind of things. So, in the fourth quarter, U.S. annuity sales set a new record. Total annuity sales were $115.3 billion in the fourth quarter, a 29% increase from the fourth quarter of 2022, and 23% higher than the record set in the first quarter of 2023. Fixed rate deferred. So these are deferred annuities. So you have different types of annuities, right? Like I told you I did this on my TikTok. I told you have MIGAs, which is multi-year guaranteed annuities, FIAs, which are fixed index annuities, and then you have VAs, which are variable annuities. Those are all generally going to be deferred annuities, right? Then you'll have things like a SPIDA, which is single premium deferred annuity, or a SPIA, which is a single premium immediate annuity. So each type of those annuities are different product setups, and then depending on the carrier, you have different terms and length of terms and interest rates and asset allocations. So these products can get complex, which is why I see a lot of people generally because all you need to do is have a life insurance license to sell fixed annuities. So, however, when it gets to asset allocation and so on and so forth, I can see how people get confused. So first we have fixed rate deferred. So the total fixed rate deferred annuity sales were 58.5 billion in the fourth quarter, 52% higher than fourth quarter of 2022 sales. This is the best sales quarter for fixed rate deferred annuities ever documented. In 2023, fixed rate deferred annuities totaled $164.9 billion, up 46% from the 2022 annual high of 113 billion. So I don't think you people understand the importance of annuities. So annuities are, okay, imagine your 401k, right? So 401k pays out what's called period certain. So let's take that woman who worked at whatever company for the last 40 years. She's now 65 and she's ready to retire. And she retires. And she has $400,000 in her 401k. Right? Now, she retires and she's starting to annuitize or receive the money from that 401k. Well, number one, it's taxable, but we're just going to assume that she's paying no taxes on it. Because first of all, she's going to have to pay income tax on any, so 400k would break down to about 40k a year to her for 10 years. This is assuming she pays $0 in taxes, with which with a 401k you have to pay taxes. That's why it's tax deferred, which is the same thing as a deferred annuity. You can avoid taxes still, but that, I'm painting a picture here. So she's going to get $40,000 a year every year for 10 years. When she turns 75, that $400,000 is gone. Because once you start annuitizing, it's no longer accumulating. The only time she had for it to accumulate was the last 40 years while she was working at the job. Now that she's no longer working at the job, the 401k is income. Right? So she also has to pay taxes on that like she went to work. But again, we're going to assume that she pays $0 in taxes on all that money. So that breaks down to $40,000 a year for 10 years. After that, that's why you see the old lady working at Walmart, greeting you and checking your receipts. Because she ran out of money, right? Life insurance is for if you die too soon, but annuities are for if you live too long. Those are another reason that you need to speak to an insurance agent or a financial advisor, right? Fixed income protects against that. So things like annuities actually protect against that. What does an annuity do? It pays you X amount of dollars until the day you die. So let's use that same scenario. Now the numbers won't be as high. Let's say she gets, at 65, from the annuity, she gets the same $40,000 a year, right? Doesn't pay any taxes on it, even though it's tax deferred, right? We're just painting a picture here. With that $40,000 a year, from 65 to 75, she's read out of the full $400,000 that she contributed. Both ways we're assuming she contributed, she amassed a total of $400,000 from her contributions and the accumulation phase, which is the last 40 years she's been working. So she's going to get $40,000 a year for 10 years, and then boop, that that $400,000 is gone with the 401k. But with a annuity, she's going to keep getting that $40,000 a year until the day she dies, even though the initial $400k that she accumulated and put there is gone. So that's what are the benefits of annuities. Now you would say, well, how in the hell are insurance companies able to afford this type of stuff? Well, there's a couple of ways. One, a lot of people die before their annuities mature. Two, term life insurance. Term life insurance is a cash fucking cow for life insurance companies, because 99% of term life insurance policies never pay out. So that becomes pure profit for the life insurance company. Sure, so if somebody comes to me, yeah, you know what? 38 cents a month is not a lot of money, right? But if somebody decides, hey, Alonzo, I'm going to give you 38 cents a month for 10 years for no fucking reason, because at the end of that, one day I'm just going to stop, and whatever you promised me, you won't have to. But for 10 years straight, I'm going to give you 38 cents a month. That shit's going to start adding up, especially if I got 300,000 people giving me 38 cents a month for no reason. And then on the odd chance that I have to pay out, let's say I got to pay out, I don't know, $200. That's a drop in the pan. I make that easily in 1 month from 38,000 people sending me 38 cents. So yeah, $200 is big to that person who sent me 38 cents. But again, I got 38,000 people sending me 38 cents. So $200 isn't that big of a deal to me. Just like with life insurance. Oh, I got a $250,000 policy. It's not particularly big enough. But let's get back to the annuities. So my favorite, fixed indexed annuities. So fixed index annuities, or FIAs, sales also had a record year. In 2023, FIA sales totaled $95.6 billion, up 20% from the prior year. In the fourth quarter, FIA sales were $24.6 billion, a 10% increase from the fourth quarter of 2022. Insurers were able to offer very competitive crediting rates while protecting the principal investment from equity market volatility, making FIA products more attractive to investors in 2023, noted Hodgins. With interest rates expected to pull back in 2024, LIMRA is predicting a slight decline for FIA sales in 2024, but product sales will remain historically strong and are forecasted to reach nearly $100 billion in 2025. So let me explain to you why that's important. So right now, while a lot of people are having fucking conniption fits over real estate because of the mortgage interest rates going up, I have an investor who's living like a fat cat in Brazil, loving the fact that the mortgage interest rates are going up, because he caught his annuity at the perfect time. He put $500,000 into an annuity that's gaining damn near 10% compound interest. It's gaining 9.7% compound interest. Because annuity rates happen to match mortgage rates. The more you know. So then you have income annuities, right? So those are going to be your SPIAs, your single premium immediate annuities. So a SPIA or a SPIDA, right? The reason they have SPA in it is because of the speed with which those type of products go. So a SPIDA, or single premium deferred annuity, is an annuity that you put a single premium in. So you put, $500,000, $1 million into that. Shit, 60, 78. I got people who put $10,000 into a SPIDA, right? I'm gonna keep it all the way funky with you. And I don't care if you're blind, crippled, or crazy. You can represent dollar signs to me, and you can start from a small level and build up. Yes, I talk big numbers because I deal with big number people. But the reality of it is, you got to start somewhere. The minimum you can start with is $10,000, with the exception of the state of New York. You can start with as little as $2,000. But so a SPIDA, single premium deferred annuity, I believe actually most places require you to start those with $25,000, to be honest. Like I said, they're not small investments because this is supposed to be income that you're going to retire from. So you need this for the rest of your life. So $25,000 is not a lot of money, right? So the way a SPIDA works, again, you put this $25,000 in there one time, and then you wipe your hands and you wait until you're, 40 years in the future, you're 65 and you want to draw that money. A SPIA, single premium immediate annuity, is usually you're above 59 and a half, and you're going to put a large sum of money away. And the difference between deferred and immediate is that in immediate, you're going to start receiving that money within 12 months. Whereas a SPIDA or deferred, it's going to be 13 months or more before you start receiving that money. Eat with Big Rick. Can you start an index annuity with less than 10? You can start an annuity with $834 a month, which is $10,000 a year. But most places require a minimum of 10,000. And mind you, it's not money. You can do this in monthly increments. That's why I said $834 a month. Right? Annuity is a long-term play, so maturity depends on when you started and how old you are, right? The younger, the better. An annuity is like a 401k. It's a pension. Literally, like I said earlier, a 401k pays period certain. So a 401k, you're 65, you got 400,000, that's 40,000 for 10 years. Once that money gone, you're gone. You want to, the difference between the annuity is nobody's matching you. So you got to put the money in there. But as you're putting the money in there, you're growing a little bit, right? The thing about it is it's secure, it's safe, so it's not growing fast, right? But it's guaranteed growth. So it might be, like I said, my client is at 9.7%. But it depends on, again, how old you are, when you started, how much you're starting it with, right? Start at your age, starting it with $10,000 ain't gonna do shit for you, right? Depending on when you want to touch that money. So you have to look at your time horizon. So your time horizon, and you probably don't hear a lot of investment people talking about this. What your time horizon is okay, I'm X years old. When I put Y amount of dollars away, I don't want to worry about touching that money until I'm Z age, right? So that's your time horizon. The average time horizon is about 20 years. If you've got that amount of time, which at your age you do, because people in our age range are not going to really get retirement. If you were born after 1967, FRA, which is full retirement age, meaning the age you can receive full Social Security, is going to be 70. Right? Because RMD, required minimum distribution, meaning the age that the oldest you can be, where you have to start taking from your retirement account so the IRS will tax you at 50%. So let's continue with the article. So income annuities. Similarly, income annuity product sales had a spectacular year due to rising interest rates. Single premium immediate annuities were $3.5 billion in the fourth quarter, 9% higher than the prior year's results. In 2023, SPIA sales jumped 43% to $13.2 billion, setting a new annual sales record. Deferred income annuity sales, DIA, were $1.3 billion in the fourth quarter, increasing 81% from sales in the fourth quarter of 2022. For the year, DIA sales nearly doubled, up 96% to $4.1 billion. So DIA is what you would be looking at, Big Rich, right? So a DIA is a deferred income annuity. So a DIA is how you can pay into it incrementally. Depending on the state you're in, I may be able to help you. I'm licensed in 13 states, right? So, click the link in my bio, schedule a consult. Yes, I do charge a consult fee. Obviously, I clearly know what I'm talking about. I'm not being cocky, but I spent my 10,000 hours, and I see people with a lot less knowledge doing a lot more for a lot less, or a lot less for a lot more. So then there's also registered index-like annuities. Now, registered index-like annuities, or RILA, R-I-L-A sales, were $13 billion in the fourth quarter, up 29% from the fourth quarter of 2022. This marks the first time RILA products sales have surpassed traditional variable annuity sales. Total RILA sales reached $47.4 billion in 2023, 15% higher than the prior year, a new all-time high for the product line sales. Deferred, I need this, yeah. DEFERRED, deferred. This way, if you Google it, you get it, right. Because you might type something in there and mess around and get two girls, one cup. And then be like, oh, shoot, he sent me to some wild shit. Also, I'm having a webinar June 7th. It's not my webinar. It will be hosted by my principal. I'll be having the webinar in the near future to teach you how to get a mortgage using your life insurance, as well as how to get business credit using your life insurance. But we'll talk about that in the future. So then we've also got traditional VAs. I didn't speak about RILAs, but I did speak about VAs. Well, I didn't talk about SPIAs and DIAs either, but so despite the strong equity market growth in 2023, traditional variable annuity sales set a different kind of record, marking the lowest sales ever recorded for the quarter and for the year. Fourth quarter traditional VA sales, excuse me, I got gas. Fourth quarter traditional VA sales fell 3% year over year to $12.3 billion, and total 2023 sales dropped 17% to $51.4 billion. The introduction of RILAs in recent years and expansion of FIAs have offered investors options to buy a product that provides upside investment potential with limited to no downside risk. So it sounds like index universal life insurance or indexed annuities. Now, RILAs, yes, those are registered and index like, so those do have a little more variability to them than a fixed indexed annuity. But a fixed indexed annuity, it says it in its name that it is fixed, which is why I like indexed annuities. I like indexed products because they're fixed, but they mirror an index. So the introduction in recent years of RILA and FIAs have offered investors with options to buy a product that provides upside investment potential with limited to no downside risk. A value proposition increasingly attractive to today's investors, said Hodgins. That said, LIMRA predicts that the continued equity market growth over the next 2 years will propel traditional variable annuity sales to grow as much as 10% in 2024 from current levels. There's a damn mosquito. Preliminary fourth quarter 2023 annuity industry estimates are based on monthly reporting. A summary of the results can be found in LIMRA's Fact Tank. The top 20 rankings of total, variable, and fixed annuity riders for 2023 the top 20 rankings of total variable and fixed annuity riders for 2023 will be available in early March, following the last of the earnings calls for the participating carriers. And that's the end. And then it tells you a little bit about LIMRA. LIMRA has been serving the industry since 1916. LIMRA offers industry knowledge, insights, connections, and solutions to help more than 700 member organizations navigate change with confidence. Visit LIMRA at www.limra.com. So that's the article for today, folks. I don't really have much more, so I'm not going to go on too much of a rant. I am going to hop off of here, probably go play the video game before and simulate my basketball season before the actual basketball season comes to a finish, and the Dallas Mavericks and the Minnesota Timberwolves season tonight. With that being said, ladies and gentlemen, it's your boy, the insurance junkie, your fiduciary fella, the all-star advisor, Alonzo Hall, your social media insurance broker, and I just whapped and tapped on your head with another ADH Wealth Solution. Make sure you hit that like, drop a comment, subscribe, and hit that notification bell so you're made aware every time I release new content. And as always, share, share, share. Lastly, to contribute to channel growth or to schedule an appointment with a licensed financial professional, me, the links are in the description of this video. With that being said, ladies and gentlemen, wipe ass. Work in progress every day and see success. Wipe ass. Work in progress every day and see success. Wipe ass. Work in progress every day and see success. And remember, folks, when people challenge you, they don't challenge you to challenge you, but they challenge you to challenge you. Accept the challenge. Salute.